All right, guys, for this whole group rotation, our focus is on our three empires of West Africa, Ghana, Mali, and Songhai. And as we go through the notes portion, you will want to make sure that you are following along and adding to your notes in front of you. So we'll start with Ghana. Ghana, in terms of years on a timeline, we are looking at around 300 to 500. And when we talk about Ghana and really all of our civilizations, we have to mention the Niger River. We have talked about before how being close by to water and having a good water source is crucial for transportation. It's great for agricultural purposes, and that's exactly what the Niger River provided to Ghana. The city of Kowambi, right along the Niger River, becomes really a trading center, a trading hub, the capital city of the kingdom, and really the wealthiest city in West Africa. In terms of resources that Ghana had access to, iron is going to be very important, especially for weapons and tools. And then, of course, Ghana was located right in between salt and gold mines, which just skyrocketed their wealth and their access to these valuable resources. Moving into more about the economy of Ghana, salt is going to be so important. Salt from North Africa are going to cross over the Sahara Desert to trade with the gold miners in south of Ghana. So again, we mentioned yesterday that Ghana is sort of the middleman between the merchants that are wanting salt in the from the north and then the merchants that are wanting gold from the south. And it allowed Ghana to tax traders that pass through and charge taxes and make even more money off of these trades. But eventually it will start to decline. As you can imagine, it was sort of a target, right? Everybody wanted this location. Everybody wanted the success of Ghana. And eventually it's taken over by a group of Muslims known as the Almoravids. And the issue with this group is they bring in herds of animals that begin to graze in the lands of Ghana and really kind of destroy the soil and make it really difficult to farm there. Moving on to Mali, when we talk Mali, we're talking around 1235 to the late 1400s. So we do see quite some time pass until ultimately Mali sort of rises as the next major kingdom in replace of Ghana. The territory alone of Mali is going to be twice the size of Ghana, so much larger. But again, along the Niger River, leadership, we want to make sure that we are aware of King Sundiata, who helped to conquer what was Ghana and really becomes part of Mali and becomes this powerful trading empire. And then also we want to make mention of the city of Timbuktu because it does develop and become such an important center for trade and learning. When we talk about the economy and a little bit more about King Sundiata, he really focused on agriculture and sort of recultivating the land so that it could be successful with agriculture again. Rice, onions, beans, cotton are grown. He's very trade-based, creates this trade-based economy crossing the Sahara Desert. Niger River, again, this very busy highway in a way for all kinds of trade to take place. And then also Mali discovered even more gold mines and then really continues to rise as the most powerful kingdom in Africa. Which leads us to talk about Mansa Musa, one of my favorite people in history, another of Mali's greatest rulers during the empire, Mansa Musa. He was a devout or very devoted Muslim, but he did tolerate other religions. He allowed non-Muslims to keep their own religions. And what is most impressive about Mansa Musa, what he's most known for, is this pilgrimage or journey that he made to Mecca. He took 50,000 people with him, and he visited cities along the way. He shared and spread his Islamic learning and culture along the way. So very, very famous pilgrimage that he made. And then eventually Mali begins to decline. After Mansa Musa dies, there's some weak leadership that's difficult to follow after him. We have a lot of invaders attacking and weakening the empire. They're burning schools, libraries in Timbuktu. And really another reason why, and we've seen this pattern happen over and over again, is that the empire had grown so large that it was just difficult to control, and slowly outer areas sort of began to break away, or they were losing territory, and then it kind of falls apart from there. Which is sort of also signifying the beginning of Songhai. Around the 1450s to 1600s, we will see the birth of the Songhai or Songhai Empire. And Songhai rises to power, really being one of the groups that were attacking Mali from all sides. Soni Ali is sort of our leader of Songhai. He unified Songhai and really encouraged people to work together, practice religious tolerance, he participated in both Muslim and other religions. And Askia the Great, we also want to make note of this guy right here. He then later rose to power, and Songhai really just continues to be this great center for learning. And then finally, like all things, great things have to come to an end. So we ultimately start to see Songhai begin to decline. Advanced weapons from other African nations, guns from the Moroccan rulers, are able to capture Songhai's salt mines. They are also wanting the gold in the west. Songhai would last for around another 150 years, but it's really never going to be the same well-organized empire, and kind of just becomes this series of military camps, I guess you could say. So that concludes what will kind of serve as our notes for our 3 African kingdoms. So now, with any remaining time on the timer, I would like you to update the snapshot for our 3 African kingdoms. There's a section for each of them. And then also any extra time can be spent in the Quizlet until we all come back together.